Back to the best swing trading channel on YouTube. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's live stream, we are going to be talking about swing trading. We're going to be talking about the strategies that I use, how to do it, pretty much some tips and tricks, and pretty much if you're going to start swing trading, how do you do it? What do you do? So guys, I hope you guys all enjoy it. And guys, we do have an amazing school where I teach people my strategies, my approach, all of that stuff, the swing trading masterclass. Check that out. Code America for 50% off. I brought back the 4th of July sale just for a couple more days just because you guys absolutely loved it. I want to give you guys some good discount. So check it out. We have private live streams, quizzes, lectures, group chats, everything you guys need for swing trading and mastering the stock market here. So at first, what we're going to be doing is looking at stocks that I am holding right now, my mindset and approach with them. And then we're going to be talking about pretty much some plays that we talked about last week and, just some stocks with some opportunity here. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you guys have any questions, ask in the chat room and we'll address them. This is going to be a fun live stream. So guys, hope you guys all enjoy it. If you guys are new, like, subscribe, do what you guys do. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, this afternoon, because I know our time is money. So, all right, let's jump into this here. So the broker I am using, I have been getting a bunch of questions like normal about it. The broker I am using is Moomoo. Moomoo is a broker that I've been using for a while now. They're absolutely fantastic, and they offer good charting, good scanning, and pretty much everything you guys need for swing trading. I'll put a link in the chat, so if you guys want to sign up, you guys get up to 15 free stock just by signing up with them. So check them out. They're awesome. But all right, so what are some of the positions here? You guys can see the positions we're holding are actually doing relatively well. It has been a very, very green couple of days. One of my best days was, actually this week here. So, one of the positions was ticker symbol AIZ. AIZ, great trade. You guys can see heavy support here. So what we look for swing trading, we don't buy just random companies, right? A lot of people, or at least when I first started swing trading and pretty much trading in general, I was buying these random companies that I felt were undervalued, and that's just a recipe for disaster. You have to have some sort of criteria or some sort of checklist you guys should have before buying a stock. So for me, I always have a checklist. I actually keep it in Mastering the Swing a Trader's Journal. I make sure every stock that I trade follows my checklist for entry. And you don't even need this. You can use a 99-cent journal, but I'll put this actually in the chat as well. So if you guys want to get it, you guys can. It's actually right on Amazon. So check it out. But yeah, I'll throw it in the chat as well. So in order to buy a position here, what I look for is a stock on an upward trend. Trends, probably one of the most underutilized thing that I see traders do is they don't look at the long term or pretty much the last year or year and a half's trend. What they look for and what they see is a stock on a downward trend, hoping that it's going to reverse. And you never go against the trend. The trend is always your friend. Just constantly keep that in the back of your head. So with this trade here, you guys can see it had heavy support near and around 160, right? You guys can see it hit it once, twice, and recently 3 times here. And looking at this as well, we had that heavy price support, and we also had this support as well. So as we look at this here, you guys can see we had this channel trend, right? So now you guys can see each and every time it hits this trend, we get good buying pressure. So we had several supports. Another indicator I use is going to be the RSI. The RSI was trading for a 29. Yes, a 29 on the RSI. So the RSI stands for the Relative Strength Index. It pretty much tracks momentum. And you guys can see that this stock was trading for 30 on the RSI. 29, 30, all around the same. Now, with my checklist, I always make sure it's 30 and under for most of my trades. Or what I do is I look back and see, okay, what did this stock do when it was trading for a 30 or even some cases 40? I took a trade where the RSI was a 40, but what is it doing? So the last point of contact where it was trading for a 30 was right in here where it went from 166 to 172, which might not seem like a huge move. I grant you that. But as a swing trader, what we're looking for is short-term price action. So that's a 4% return, the last point of contact here. So now I'm going at it with the approach of, okay, hopping in on support. We have that resistance of the trend. Also, we could possibly see a trend line breakout where it breaks out of this trend. We'll use a trailing stop loss. And so we have a lot of indicators in our favor. Undervalued on the RSI, upward trend, heavy support. Also looking at the MACD. Let's remove the RSI so we can see it. The MACD, you guys can see another indicator I use is the MACD. Pretty much this is when the signal line, so this orange line breaks up through the blue line. Very simple indicator to use. This represents historically good entry points. And then looking at the opposite point where the MACD breaks down through it, this represents selling pressure. So if you're going to try to sell it, that's going to be where you want to. So you guys can see where it dipped down right here. This was the last ditch effort before it tanked down. So AIZ, great trade. We're already up 4-5% on it, which is awesome. And all these stocks here that we've taken positions on were up this week, which is always good. The greatest thing about swing trading is being consistent and base hits. I'm not somebody that's gonna try to turn $100 into $100 million. That will not happen. As a swing trader, what you need is base hits. 1, 2, 3% returns compounded over the year. That's what makes up a trader. If you ever find somebody on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram that is telling you, oh, you can turn $100 into $1,000 in a month by following the strategy, don't do it. Don't. It's a recipe for disaster. All right, moving on. Stock number 2, Cake. This is Cheesecake Factory. You guys can see it hit that 90-day moving average line. Hit it here. We had this good move going up. The approach and mindset here was very, very similar, but it was using the 90-day moving average line. You guys can see this stock loves moving average line. So we have the blue and the red. The red is the 200-day moving average line. If I could take a trade on the 200-day, I would every single time. It's just a harder support, harder resistance. And what I mean by resistance, when the stock is below it, it acts as resistance here. So you guys can see we do get some resistance there as well as in here. So when the stock is below it, it acts as resistance. When it's above it, it acts as support. So we hopped in near and around this 37.30 mark, and the stock rallied up to 38.57. As of today, it's already up 2.7%, which is awesome. We have undervalued on the RSI. Well, it was a 40 on the RSI, which normally is a little high, but looking back at recent tendencies of a 40 here was all the way back in here where we had that good move. So it's always good to go back and look at the stock here. So Cake doing very, very well for me, up 2% today. Let's go move on to another one here. DHT. DHT here is finally moving its way up. When do you decide to add to your positions? Very simple here. So with like AIZ, what I would look for is the breakout here of this trend. Adding to your position here, you can do it a couple of ways. You can do it on the first green bullish candle. So like something like this, like a very big engulfing candle, something like that would be a good position to add to, because you're possibly getting that breakout of the 200-day moving average line. Next, you could do it here at the trend of here. So now, even if you add, let's just say you add at 168, now your average cost is going to be about 163. So now, if that's just say this thing tanks down, set your stops just below this wick here. So if it tanks down, you're still in profit. And if it squeezes up, you make money. So look for like a big engulfing, look for more confirmation. And how you find that, you can go to the hourly chart and seeing what's going on. Sometimes what we'll see here and what I've done in the past is where the stock actually will go back and retap these moving average lines. Let's see if it's done it in the past. So yeah, kind of like this here. So you guys can see you guys can see, I know this looks confusing, but you guys can see when it breaks above these moving average lines, now they act as support. So you could add on these support lines before we get those good moves. So, you know, just looking for you know, just either like a big engulfing candle, looking at some sort of you know, bullish thing. So even something like this, where we're getting that breakout of that 90-day moving average line to see if we can get that push up, could be a good way to add to more to your position here. So with DHT here, DHT on the hourly was really good because it had so much hard support here at 1074. You guys can see it hit it several times, establishing good support. So now hopping in here, we're getting a good rally going up finally. Today alone, it's up almost 1%, which is awesome. So another one here, and we can look at the daily because that's mostly what I use here. So this one was right on that 200-day moving average line. The next one here is DOV. DOV, this was the one that we actually took a position with our smaller account here. Now DHT hit that 90-day moving average line and rallied its way up. It was undervalued on the RSI. It had the nice crossover from the MACD. It had a lot of good indicators in our favor, so took a nice trade on it. It's done pretty well. I think we're up about 4 or 5% today, or you know, in the total length of the trade. The last one here is URA. URA was an ETF that we traded. URA is actually a uranium ETF. I honestly bought this for long term, but I wanted to show you guys because it had really good, it could have been a really nice swing trade. I bought this, next day was up 4%. So it was a good trade here. Had heavy support here. Boom, boom, rallied its way up. It was undervalued on that RSI here. We had a lot of good indicators. Where are we at? A lot of good indicators breaking through, like the MACD crossing up through the signal line breaking up through the MACD line. So that was always good to see. All right, now those are all the positions we're holding. So this past week alone, we've done very, very, very well on that. So you know, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Don't forget to check out our schools, our Moo, our journal, all of that stuff if you guys want to take swing trading to the next step here. So these were all the stocks here that we were talking about actually last week. So these were every single stock here that we did not trade. And I want to show you guys, most of them were excellent swing trades. But the thing about swing trading is we're all limited on one thing, and that's money and funds. So for me, I would have loved to take all of these trades, but I'm not a multi-millionaire when it comes with swing trading, and so I limit myself to a lot more quality over quantity is the best way to put it. So CB, great trade on the 90-day moving average line. This thing was great. We had undervalued on the RSI. We had a lot of good indicators, good upward trend. Wish I could have traded it. Then we got COR right on the 200-day moving average line. Great trade. You guys can see there's a ton of opportunity out there. Just because I don't take a trade on some of these stocks that we talk about doesn't mean there's no opportunity. Then we got ETN right on the 90-day moving average line. We got Flex. This was the one here that I was really going to trade. I absolutely loved it. It had really good price. It had old resistance acting as new support, 90-day moving average line. All the indicators were in our favor. MACD is crossing as we speak, so we had a lot of good momentum, and we just didn't end up taking the trade, and that just happens here. Then we got NR. NR had it was undervalued on that RSI. We had that good trend line here, slowly moving its way up. Great trade. This one here has kind of been one of the stocks here that hasn't been doing super good, but ONON, 90-day moving average play, it already confirmed it as support. You guys can see tapping it. And these long wicks right here represent buying pressure. So we understood there's good buying pressure there. So now, just a matter of time. We got PPL. This one here, another stock that I wanted to trade. Heavy price support on that trend line, undervalued on the RSI. It had heavy support on the 90-day moving average line, and it's just rallying up. We got SYK, 90-day moving average play, rallying its way up. We got Trip.com. This one here had price support rallying its way up. We called it out at about $47.50. Now it's, $50. Then we got TRV. TRV here is finally breaking out. We called this one out here. Stock's rallying its way up right on that 200-day. Great for everybody that got in. We actually called this out at about $200, and now it's about $212. So swing trading, just like I said, just because I don't buy a stock doesn't mean there is no opportunity. I do want to show you guys kind of everything going on with some larger companies. Now, normally we really, we don't trade we do trade blue chips. I trade blue chips all the time, but we always will find stocks that, in my opinion, follow some sort of criteria. When going on like YouTube or the news, when looking up stocks to buy, you'll see stocks like Tesla, because Tesla has had a great couple of days trading. It's been a little volatile this past week where we got, or not, yesterday, just because they announced some robo taxi that is having just some delays, so kind of got some sell off. But you will see, during this rise up, everybody's telling you to buy it, and then when reality hits or people realize this thing could be a little overvalued, then it dips down, right? So the biggest thing here is just follow your trading strategy, follow your checklist, looking at all of your opportunities. Never just trade stocks based on emotions or what you see even on my site. Make sure I want you guys to see every opportunity, every stock, understand it before you guys trade it. Understand, when is the earnings? Is the earnings coming up? Because I never trade during earnings. Some people do. I don't. I find it very risky. Don't trade stocks based on news articles. You'll see companies like Tesla, even Nvidia, everybody's saying, oh, buy this. And yes, there is opportunity. This thing is up, 100% this year or something crazy. But you guys can see there's volatility involved. So just do your due diligence before you guys trade. So with swing trading, guys, a lot of people think that it's an easy way to get rich quick, and I am here to say it is not. Swing trading is a job. It's a career. If you want to treat it like a hobby, you'll get hobby results. If you want to treat it like a job, you'll get a lot better results. A lot of people too, they don't believe in trying to learn. They don't believe in paper trading. They don't believe in this and that and this. They say, oh, in order to be a great trader, you just got to trade. Well, yeah, but it's better to paper trade, build a strategy, kind of get familiar with the stock market, and then fund an account with $50, with $20, and slowly start introducing cash and capital. Try to grow a small account, have fun with it for a year, 2 years, and then dial in. Then say, okay, now it's time. I understand what I'm doing. I have a strategy built up. I know my risk management. How can I make some money? And that's what you need to do. But if you guys have any last questions, I do want to show. I know we had some people, I believe, in the chat, for our community, ask some questions here. So one of the stocks here somebody was looking at was BRCE. Let's go ahead and pull it up, or BRCC, excuse me. BRCC here, great trade on the 90-day moving average line, up 3%. Good call out, Kate. This thing is moving. They got in about near around $5, which is great. So a lot of people are saying they're having a hard time with entering a position, with confirmation and stuff like that. So let's address that here. Let's pull up a stock, AIZ, or even Cake, or whatever one. Let's just pull up this one here. So why do we take a position on pretty much where we're at? So for me, what I will do is I always go to other time frames. I'll look at the hourly chart and say, okay, what is going on? Where can I get the best entry? Is there any support here? So looking at it here, you guys can see that we have a couple of things. We have this general downward trend. So now looking at it, where do you want to buy the stock? Well, you want to try to buy it on the trend line, right? If you hop in here, or even up here, what you can do is set your stop, 2-3% from here. So now your stop's here. Now you're trying to enter this trade. So if you're looking for opportunity, try to find it on support on the hourly chart. It's a very easy way to get in on a support line. All right, Gus Phillips, please cover CLOV. They just got a price target upgrade from $2 to $5. CLOV. So for a swing trade, are you wondering for swing trade or long-term investment? That is a little different here. So with the price target being $5, makes sense why we've gotten so much momentum. This stock was using the 90-day moving average line as support. As you guys can see, it hit it. We got that good move. Looking at the daily chart, you guys can see, for me at least, I probably wouldn't swing trade it. I would not swing trade it. I would look at this stock as a higher growth long-term play. And the reason I say that is because as a swing trader, you're trying to buy low, sell high. With this stock being up, at recent resistance levels, and the reason I say that is because, boom, you guys can see it has that resistance there. It hit it before, hit it here, so we have resistance even in here, right? So anything from 150 to 138, we have resistance. Boom. So now it's in this range. That doesn't mean you can't make money from it. All I'm saying is from a swing trading perspective is I'm trying to buy stocks that I feel are on moving average lines, support lines. So a stock like this, I would look at it and I would say, okay, maybe I'll put $700, $1,000 into it, or 1, 2, 3% of your portfolio, something small, and just and see if we can get that move to $5. But if I lose money, I lose money. You always hear the expression, the train has left the station, and that's kind of what we've seen, right? I just think that there could be a play, but for me, I'm just gonna sit on the sidelines here. Total revenue's up 7%, so we do have some decent metrics. Yeah, good gross margin that past quarter. But let me go back. Let's see. All right, average price target. So from what I am seeing on this, on 3 analysts, the highest price target is $2. So this must be a new upgrade or a new price target where it hasn't integrated in here yet. But the average analyst is saying to hold, which 66% say. So, I mean, there could be a move for sure, but I'm just going to sit on the sidelines on this one. But that doesn't mean you can't make money from it, But any questions here today? Any questions? We've seen a lot of good opportunity this week. Looking at like the S&P 500, we're hitting those new highs, which is always good because everybody's making money. But on the flip side, what goes up must go down. So you gotta have a little defense in your portfolio. Don't be afraid to take profit. Don't be afraid to sit on the sidelines. There's no issue when it comes to swing trading and trading that if you're unsure on a trade, sit on the sidelines. There will always be opportunity. Always, every day, every week, there is a stock that is undervalued. It's our job as traders to find that. And so with the stock market being high, if you're looking, Carter, should I invest for the long term right now? It's better to have time in the market than trying to time the market when it comes with long-term investing. But with trading, it's always better to time the market. So, but yeah, we'll end it here, guys. What a fun live stream. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask before I leave. Don't forget to check out the Swing Trading Masterclass, and you guys can use code America for 50% off. Yes, 50% off. It's the 4th of July sale. I brought it back for a couple of days. And this upcoming weekend, I am going to be doing a triathlon. So wish me luck on that. I'm excited. So expect maybe not as many videos. But it'll be a weekend, so the market's not even open anyways. But I film every day as much as I can for you guys, and I enjoy it. And yeah, we'll see you guys next I know Monday we're going to be going live with the community, and then next week, Tuesday and Friday. So we'll see you guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.